The other room told me to say hello to you guys because I was coming straight from the other room.
Hey,
But
Rachel.
hello. So to start, I like that there is a hockey show because I was saying to the other girls, I think that the only other hockey show I can think of is like the Mighty Ducks show that came out. Like there's not like a show about hockey. And so for you guys as actors, how exciting is it to see hockey kind of be embraced in this raunchy way in a show like Shoresy now going into its third season?
I
Well,
think
you go. Like, I mean,
I
all
think
right,
it's
I'll
really
take.
I think it's refreshing. I think it's really refreshing that they take such like a serious take to hockey and also like an ode to how like hockey used to be, also not new age hockey. I feel like they used to very much like the old school ways, the way the teams work with each other, the hitting, everything incorporated, I think is really cool to see. And they really are passionate about it, which I think makes it different than everything else in the
Yeah.
hockey world. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, and sometimes just kind of lending towards that. Like, hockey can and or has in the past gotten sometimes a bit of a bad rap, but I think like as far as like what that is, what you're maybe talking about, but like what you do find is that it lifts the veil on that it's love. It's coming from a place of like pushing buttons and that was the way that, it was and it is. And it's changed obviously with the times. Like you can't push buttons on certain people. You don't know them, like but we're trying to show light and have fun with that, like it like you said, it comes from a place of love. And I think within the team, the cool thing, Blair and I were talking about this, like how people kind of see themselves in a character within the group, and when you watch a show like that, uh, it's great because it brings everyone together. Hockey brings people together. So, so yeah,
Yeah, I'm from Pittsburgh. I get it.
yeah.
We're
There you go.
big.
Oh yeah, you know.
Everyone is every season. There's a different thing you have to support sports wise, and the Penguins are a big one. But
Mhm.
I also love, I love sports movies a lot. I think it's not necessarily about the sport, it's about the people that you're watching this with. But
Mhm.
I'm excluding Shoresy from this because I did it in the last question. But excluding that, was there like a sport or a sport movie that you guys really like turned to when you were younger or before this and now have a different appreciation of that now that you've been on Shoresy and have seen it for the last 2 seasons?
Honestly, the first one that comes to mind, but it's just because I saw it a lot as a kid. It was Bend It Like Beckham with like Keira Knightley.
I was gonna
Um,
say Ladybugs. No, that's probably too late for you.
no, perfect reference. Yeah, like for me, Bend It Like Beckham was a big sports movie that I watched because also my family is a huge like soccer family too. So I connected with that one a lot. Well, and then like being on this show and seeing how it's all done and all that kind of stuff gave me a different appreciation view on it for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I remember like our young hockey team would watch the Mighty Ducks before like a game in a tournament or something. We'd all be in a room together watching, getting all jacked up, like rollerblading and trying to do moves. Rudy was really big. Really, it's just during the pandemic, I just finally watched Miracle, and I was in it as a
I was
player. But
gonna
like,
ask you about
there,
Miracles since you said Mighty Ducks.
it's so good. It's just the triumph, that like warm feeling of like, yeah, I won, or something. Like that's always a great feeling. Yeah, how can you not? How do you deny that?
Well, now
Mhm.
I'm asking a question based off that because I love Miracle because I love Kurt Russell. But if you guys had to pick anyone to give you like a locker room talk, or not locker, whatever room talk before a game, who would you want that to be? Like in the
Right.
world of people.
Well, ever since I've seen the videos, Terry Ryan,
Yeah,
like for real.
Terry.
He went in and did the Blackhawks. He did like anyway.
His energy's insane, Terry, for sure.
Saw Celine Dion do it there the other day. It was a little, but hey, good for her. Al Pacino was pretty damn good in Any Given Sunday, so that'd get your that'd get your blood boiling. I don't know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Maybe The Rock. There's a few people
The
that I feel
Rock,
like, yeah, like like I
Dwayne
just feel
just
like I
coming
would
in.
listen, like he's talking, I'm like, yeah, like I just have to trust you. There's something about like
Yeah, there's those people you're like, what you could say the alphabet and I'd be like 100%.
100%.
I know.
Yeah. No,
Yes,
I'm going to
Dwayne.
wall for you. Yes.
It's just Maui.
Where's my Zoa energy drink? Okay.
Just get the entire WWE to do it. I think would be great.
Exactly. Bring all the champion belts. I need to see it.
Yeah. He's just
Cody
got
Rhodes
them on his
doing it.
shoulders. You want to be a
I love it.
champ?
I love it. When I also like asked the other room this, that what I love about it's in the trailer, but what I love about the show is they're like they straight up are like, hey, why you still do this? Like you're in pain. Like he's sitting down like without teeth. And he's like, oh, because I love it. And I think that is something that especially actors, but everyone can kind of relate to, where it's like, why are you doing this thing still? And it's just, yeah, because I love it. Like that's why. Is there something for you guys, either growing up or still now, that you just like kept doing because you loved it? Not necessarily because it was what you should do, but just because you loved it?
Yeah, hockey for sure. Yeah. I don't know. I'm sure lots of people have those moments in sports. I always think back. I was in grade 12. I knew I was done playing hockey. It was like last game, semifinals, provincials. I'm like graduating. I'm gonna go act. Lost out there on the ice in overtime, like lost. It was just crushing. You think about that stuff all the time, and like, and it lit this fire of being wanting to just go out and skate every week or whatever. You know what I mean? So, um, music too, music for sure. But like, this is such a blessing in a way that hockey came later. Like I'm 40 now, and for it to come up and start doing a hockey show on it, blending the two things that I love the most, it's pretty special. So yeah.
I would have to touch, like you touched on music. Like for me, that's something that I have kept with since I was like little, and I keep very kind of personal. I like that, I play guitar and I like sing, and I used to be in a band, but like it used to be something that's like just very like for myself, like because I liked that as my own hobby. It's not something that I felt like I wanted to pursue for monetary gain. Like it was just something that I felt creatively attached to, and was something that was really personal and a really great creative outlet for me. So I would say music too for me personally.
I love it. And for a last question, I do love that Inside Out has so much hockey scenes in it, both the first movie and now this second one. And so I like that it came out at around the same time that Shoresy season 3 is coming out, because it's just like cool hockey in the summer.
It's a coincidence. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like hockey in the summer.
Playoffs are on right now.
But I do also, love where we see what emotions she gets while she's playing. For you guys, either when you're acting, or Ryan's, hockey really well. What emotions kind of lead you when you are on Shoresy?
Wow, that's a really good question. Um,
For
I'm
Blair,
just gonna speak for myself, but I think other people kind of get in that manner. Like I said, I used to play in bands too, and it was kind of like that too. And you're on stage, you're in front of a camera, you're playing a sport. You just you go into a mode. It's almost like I used to drive my motorcycle, and then there'll be like 5 minutes would go by, and you're like, wait, where was I? Or like, you're lost in
yeah,
thought, but you're still doing everything. You're still
yeah.
completely. I think that little magic kind of happens, and your instincts take over, and you're just natural, whatever you love doing, like just takes over. So it's kind of, I don't know, science.
Yeah. Chemicals. Yeah, I feel like there's two different like emotions that are at the head of the table. Like so for Blair, like because I feel like I compartmentalize a lot when I'm acting. Like for Blair, like Joy takes that front controller and she's super stoked because like I grew up in the hockey world. Like my brothers are hockey players. Like I feel like it's very full circle for me. So there's a part that like my heart is really warm to be a part of it. But then with Zeke, I feel like she taps into like kind of like that stronger, more masculine anger, takes like the joystick a little bit. Just because she leads a little bit with that like fire. But definitely Joy at the front of all of it for sure.
I love it. Thank you guys so much for talking with me today. I really appreciate it. And I can't wait for everyone to get to see season 3.
Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you so much,
thank you.
Rachel.